Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll be 3 on this beat by first man dead. And again. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QB1 with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
The clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
We get high like a spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Oh, Pixel. He'll find one, he'll find two. Right behind him, could he get you in seat?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's
Okay, baby, it's gonna be okay. I'm a star, you can't see me in the day. Okay, baby, it's gonna be okay. Back in this bitch like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that, why are you mad? Treat these niggas like that.
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
it's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
Will still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to make his way over the dark and around on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's just more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QBY with an 80 squad angle. Walking right into the crosshair of Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has the
huge.
clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
We get high, high like a then I'm a swing. Make it spend it, make it spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Oh, Pixel. He'll find one, he'll find two. Right behind him, couldn't get you in team.
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's
Like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat niggas like that.
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Coast side, really. Like,
and we're gonna see how this one goes. We're sent by Satan.
Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
I'm trying to be as nice and positive as possible. But Ribbon are they're just...
this game so far has been the eco rounds. My goodness. I mean, every team is just...
Here. As one crosses, he gets the kill. It's the demonic.
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. Now we're on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh! Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he can. QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hopped. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has
here.
to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
Like the Molly 10, yeah. Tutor on my coupe in the front of Benz, yeah. I just chopped the roof, listen inside again, yeah. Finger on my lens, got it stuck again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
No, just by running, and Harb goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, yeah. We get high like a then I'm a make it spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Two. Oh, Pixel. He'll find one, he'll find two. Right behind him, could he get you in team?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs to control, she done lost her soul.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's
like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat these niggas like that.
Hi, my name is Captain for Captain MCO and I'm gonna try to beat at least one of my teammates in this Volpid Series aim challenge. Let's go. I'm probably the worst aimer on my team, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to beat at least one of them. I think I can take Wacko, really. I think I lost a lot of time there. Full focus, come on. I got this. This is a pretty good time. 56 seconds. I'm taking it. I'm not getting any time out of it. Thank you for watching, boys.
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Coast side, really. Like,
and we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan.
Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
Good morning, good day, good evening, whatever your time zone is. Well, more likely it's evening since we are centered in Europe. Welcome to Volpid Series Circuit Season 1. That is exactly the case. We are here to witness a semi-final. One of them is about to commence. And before that, we are just waiting for some additional technical information, specifically the Connect link to start things off into the game. And for now, we will slide into a very short break. Actually, the teams that are going to be playing are Inferus International versus XABT. A very interesting clash about to happen here in the semi-final, and as said, we're gonna go for a very short break until we receive the necessary updates about the game to join back for the beginning of this semi-final.
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo True. 90 degree no scope, no problem.
Will still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On two box. Get the cross. Get a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Clutching grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants it. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QBY with an ace. One angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. FJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
Like the Molly 10, yeah. Tutor on my coupe in the front of Benz, yeah. I just chopped the roof, what's inside the pen, yeah. Finger in my lens, got us dope again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
Just by running, and Harb goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, we get high, I like the
Oh, Pixel! He'll find 1, he'll find 2! Right behind him, could he get you in team?
I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul.
And disputing bomb side. They've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's
like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat niggas like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The break is over, and we are just some moments away from witnessing this semi-final. My name is Arthur Lozovsky, nickname Trappist. And I'm here to connect you with the world of CS, with this matchup specifically. I'm here to cast it through, and this one is going to be very curious to see who's going to come out on top. I'm really in very high anticipation. We've got Inferus International, a team that renamed themselves. They were previously known as Sinister Esports. Then we've got XABT, the team ready to clash against them, and this team specifically, they won against Ragoofy Esports in the quarterfinal, and yeah, now they are here basically clashing against Inferus International. All right, we are a bit late into the game. We do have 1-1 here on the score line. The T's and the C's all equalized. The pistol round we were slightly late to witness. I'm not even sure if you have seen the pistol round on your screens. I haven't. At least you haven't heard me commentating that pistol round. Even if you saw that, you didn't get to hear me commentating that one specifically. Alright, either way, we do have some brawl happening there on the ramp position. The Reigns gets a frag with a deagle, but unfortunately will be taken down by two other players. Sprawling forward and taking the control of the map. Do have the bomb in the process of being planted down. Molly deployed into the window. The B side is taken, and it's totally there. Sinister Esports, now known as Inferus International, have taken it to their hands, and now they're ready to deploy the second round to their boards. Ooh, Wolfie, he spots out Ramus sitting there in the corner. Couldn't survive. Couldn't get any more difference in this round. That is the second round indeed. We do have a pretty solid beginning here for the Inferus International squad. And we'll be very curious to see how this one pans out. The response by XABT is currently very shallow. We do see a full eco round. 4 USPS and a huge chunk of utility landing under their feet. Look at that. 3 players, almost all of them are low HP. Ramus down to 64 as well. That is plethora of utility damage inflicted by Sinister, but this is there is no blood shed yet. There is a bit of a stuck. Astral is stuck. You know, this resembled me. The Astral is stuck on the Inferno map. Won't heal them a lot. Don't think it would have healed them had they stayed there for a bit longer. And there is one more standing up close, which will be red. Roots GNU gets him down. The spray down connects, and that is a 2-round difference already ensured by Sinister. Some juggle of weapons here across the T-spawn, and the full investment by XABT. Seems like that's gonna be a fast attempt onto the A-bomb side. Here they come. Bira pincer between two of the sides. Rugianu does take him down. There is Dracola as well with the Mac 10. Delivers his frags, and oh, daydreams. You've got a dream about this round for sure. Gonna fall back and secure his M4 at the very least. I don't think they will retake it. I don't think there is any reason for that. Any logical reasoning behind this decision. Of course, now they will just tuck away and save their weapons for the next round. Better do that. Sinister left absolutely no chance for XABT on the A-bomb side of the map. That first player, Biro, he was completely surrounded. He didn't have any clue what was happening, couldn't respond whatsoever. And that was the first death that basically unlocked access for Sinister into the A-bomb site. Secured just enough space for them to plant the bomb down and make sure the ground is there. So that was a very nice sequence of actions by them as they were sprawling themselves into that A site. Now we are into the round number 6. Some utility deployed towards the outside area, some more scooped up on the way. And we do have another strong buy here by XABT. Thankfully so. They managed to save their weapons. And look at this. Wolfie is already down below. Pepsi Mux. He might have drunk a big can of Pepsi right here. What a timing! Bayrons does get him down. That is no longer the element of surprise. Wolfie didn't have any clue about his presence right there. Was waiting on a completely different side of the map. On a completely different side of the ramp to be more precise. That is a 4v5. The early engagement has just been granted for XABT. And they do have just enough keys to unlock their second round here and now. Babulicious. Babulicious. Whatever this name is pronounced as, that's a lovely frag and also a lovely help for his teammate to secure one more. You're left alone and you're gonna be found as well. 5-0. The clean sheet remains for XABT since they got that first engagement. And that is a beautiful job done by them. Nice response. And they need to keep up the pace they've just shown they can. They need to continue that momentum if they want to battle against Inferus International on the same grounds of competition. The 7th round here on the board. And plenty of utility again thrown towards the outside area. Sinister look to fight for that map control. Have all kinds of Molly's flashes to work with. A bit of a miss right there, wasn't intentional. Was supposed to land straight into the secret area. About to see the engagement right there, the flashbang. It would have been better if he'd landed that one a bit earlier. But it is what it is. 4v5. The first blood drone. Biro luckily alive right there. Does manage to deliver a ding on the Drakala with an AWP. He missed that shot, which should have been his, in fact. It could have been a 5v3, essentially, but now it's a very groggy set of things here for Sinister. Yes, sure, they do have a man advantage, but the problem is 2 players are heavily low. Another one goes down. Those 2 remain low still. Daydreams, you just have to fall back. Biro about to find something interesting here. Walks right under the nose of Sinister. He's gonna deliver first. Doesn't spot anyone towards that area. But that doesn't make any difference. But Bulicious does get 2 frags, accompanied by the final one put up by Daydreams. And that is the 3rd round for them. Great job yet again. Despite the fact that was Inferus to get the first opening, and also, yeah, that was them to get the first opening. Unfortunately, a lot of HP lost in the process, and I do think that boggled their minds a little bit. Did put the seed of doubt in their heads upon what they should do, upon what decisions should be drawn to win out the round. Bayrons smokes himself up, does have a nade to deploy as well, deals some damage, drops Bernavi down to 73 HP. Who smokes being thrown out by Aya. Wow, what a nice catch. Unfortunately, unable to finish him off. Down to 11 HP he goes. There is Daydreams to save his teammate in this conquest. That was a crucible for Rambos to survive, but he did. And thankfully for his teammates, they do get another one. That's a 2-man advantage already. Inferus are falling apart piece by piece. Trakala in the lobby area, leaving his teammate to fight alone. Those two are left on a very hard mission to clutch out this round. Does get a very nice frag to be delicious. That is something to start out with. But Daydream's perfect position by him, the last player. His position is known as well, and that is Bayron's to deliver the final frag. Og sprays him down to the last HP remaining, and that is the equalizer. 4-4. Nuke goes. So far, so good for both of these teams. And, right, especially for, I don't know, it's really hard to tease out one team at the moment, but it's very important for XABT to accumulate as many rounds as possible here on the CD side. Don't let Sinister snatch out a more advantageous position at the end of the game, at the end of the first half to be more precise. Because that's the CD-sided map, right? And you've got to press forward on the CD side as much as you can to have that round advantage after the first half ends. So that is very critical to consider. You got to be very careful about that. You got to be very cautious whenever you play a nuke. And yeah, of course, you can say the same about Inferus, right? They also need to make their best and grant themselves that round advantage. If they do, that will be a huge victory for them going forward into the second half. A great hold by Wolfie. Will be able to cut down Barians right there, and that is the first thing to start out with. Daydreams down below in the stairwell does get 2 frags before he finally falls, and the advent continues. The B side, well, it's totally clear, I believe. There is nobody up close, so they can take it all together. The bomb is here as well, just waiting for some mistake to be done by XABT to make sure there is some man advantage. For now, it's a 3v3, all equalized. And they've pumped the brakes. Interestingly enough, they're trying to cause confusion in the heads of XABT right now, which is exactly the case. They don't know what's going on. They think that might be a wrap. It could be a wrap of the A side of the map. And at the end of the day, that will be executed eventually. No one spotted on their way. Biro cut off with a smoke and Molly as well, so he can do essentially nothing right here. Wolfie coming in from the back as well. A brilliant timing, well calculated. Unfortunately, the second one doesn't connect. Despite that very nice move by Wolfie and his teammates, unfortunately, they lose the round. That is a bit perplexing for me. I thought that should have been theirs. It seemed like they struggled down beneath, on the side specifically. Allowed too much presence from XABT. And that leads to the 6th round on their side. Great job either way. Bayrons. Never mind Bayrons. That is delicious here on the A-bomb side, and he's gonna be shut down. A fast push by Sinister. Inferus themselves, but look at this retort! Put up by XABT afterwards. That is incredible. Lightning fast. They don't have any hesitation. Just pull it back immediately after losing 2 players on the A-bomb side. That is incredible. That happened in a blink of a second. I wasn't expecting that. I thought, gosh, 2 frags immediately by Inferus. That should probably be the round. And then all of a sudden, XABT push forward ahead of the smokes. The Time Sinister don't have any clue about it. That is a brilliant job by them, indeed. The new game so far goes in their favor. Don't lose the rounds. Have 3 rounds trick if I'm not mistaken. Daydreams getting a shot with an AWP. Burns down almost to crisp. 4 HP left only on the outside area. Luckily he survives. has managed to escape as well, but that is Ramos instead who replaced him, and he fell down. Again, those refrags, they come through. How's this happening? And again, one more. Bayron's read like a book. Sit down, my friend. Bernavi knows everything about what your intentions are, what you are going to do in this game, in this round especially. 3v2, there is no one to cut off their rotations down to the ramp side. Daydreams, 4 HP only. They required only 1 shot by Ajax. But apparently that wasn't the case. That immediately draws the rest of the pack into considering the A attack instead. They will bark up the ladder and most likely see no one here on the A side of the map. They catch them off brilliantly enough. Daydreams goes down as well. And that is Sinister picking up the round. Gosh, what a volatile situation by many means. First, Daydreams somehow heading around with 4 HP and gets another frag with that AWP. Yeah. He slapped that moment. Slapped that moment. Definitely so. That should have been his frag every day of the week. He probably didn't expect Daydreams to drop down that abruptly. I've got no idea what was the reason for that omission, but never the case. Never mind. Well, that's definitely worth the tactical pause here for Inferus. That's exactly what they were taking. And that is the 13th round already. We are approaching the rest of the half. Soon about to happen. Five AKs across the board, 4 and 4s for XABT and an AWP as well. Daydreams. Well, they do have enough money for the rebuy, despite that round was lost. Wolfie! Well, no one cares. No one really cares. That molly doesn't go deep enough for the cutoff. And that is the cutoff towards XABT instead. Ooh, what a gap found by Ramos. He knows as well where the second player is. Does deliver a bit of a ding onto Bernavi. Knows where Ajax was coming from, and it does secure that med advantage for XABT. Dracula. Well, he faces that fight. Ramos, I wasn't sure why I was going for that engagement. That should have been just a sit out, right? They should have sit out and just wait for them to come. Either way, that's still a recovery by Buran. He's still already on top. If he comes here to spoil the party of Sinister, that can become exactly the case. At least one frag could be found, but that opportunity has been missed. Unfortunately, they have already passed that threat, and they are already in the lobby position. Dracula plus his team in a beautiful combination. Drops out ladder. That was a bit unexpected, but they still deal with this problem. Bay runs down beneath. Waits for some additional info. No one here on the A-bomb side to bother the plans of Sinister until now. But Bulicious was trying to make a difference, and that is Bernavi catching Bayron's off guard there as he was trying to get out of the ladder. That is a very problematic position on Nuke and D. When you try to get out of the ladder, it's very hard to get it scot-free whenever you have T's playing on the A-bomb side. And that is a very big challenge. It's very hard to get over it. You either have to go through the ramp. So there are two options, right? Ramp or heaven. And neither of them look very good in terms of the time required to spend on them. Root will be getting a frag on the Bayrons, and Wolfie here inside of the squeaky door, trying to put up another frag to the tally of Sinister. That will be done. Daydream's position is known as well, and Sinister, Inferus themselves, they can easily take this A control, plant the bomb down, and secure this round as theirs. I don't think there is any room where XABT can clutch out this round, and that is exactly what's going to happen. 7-7, we're all tied up, and what seemed to be a very confident continuation by XABT has now been crushed and stopped by Sinister in reverse. Right, that is an immediate push by XABT into the radio area. Dracola finds the frags. That is Bira immediately with a response. Unfortunately, he's not aware where Wolfie is. I'm not sure about it. A great transition of his crosshair, and it does shut him down. That is 7-8 in favor of Inferus International. They bounce back. They take it over. Incredible scene by them, especially on the T side. That is a beautiful job. That is a beautiful job done by them. Very beautiful. And we've got an immediate pause here by Inferus International. That is pretty interesting, I should say. Need to talk things through. Need to decide how this city side pistol round is going to unfold, because this one is going to be very important. It's probably the one deciding the outcome of this game, or partially deciding the outcome of this game at least. So it's got to be very all right. Take another pause, I guess. Well then. Probably need some more time to talk things through. And I'm not sure if you see this on your screens, but the players are exchanging some funny expressions. Some of them are joking that they're going down the ramp. Some of them are joking that they are not going the ramp. Curious to see if that will be the case. And that is the T players doing that. So that's a bit of fun sprinkled into the game. I definitely like it. Alright, some utility deployed by Ramos himself, while the rest of the pack rushes straight along the outside area. They will get to the secret area pretty scot-free, pretty damage-free, unscathed. I would say that's the right word for describing exactly that moment. Bubulicious does get a frog at the Wolfie. Dracola poses some defense here down the ramp. He does get two. Waits for his team to cover him off as well. Ajax does get that USPS shot, and that is XABT completely stuck here on the T side, unfortunately. Well, that was a very good attempt towards the B side of the map, but Sinister had it much better played out than the other team, and that is the 9th round. The 9th round in short, and that is the pistol round they needed. I mean, same for XABT, right? They definitely would have loved to pick up that pistol round, but they are still not at the most critical spot, right? That's 7-9. It's not 4-12 as it could probably be, and yeah, it's a very good set of things for them. They're going for somewhat of a force buy. Bayruns will be falling by the hands of Wolfie right there. Dracola as well to help him out in that conquest. Biro with the deagle delivers a shot, but that won't be enough for the round victory, I believe. This one is already secured, locked in by Sinister. Inferus, as you call them, with an updated name. More spotted towards Radia. Brilliant positioning by Dracola, and that will be an easy shot connected by him. They are not quite sure about where the last player is. Piora was the one to connect that frog route. I don't think there will be anything more we see out of this guy. It can be sharp, and that sharpness needs to be proved. 11-10, that is his scoreboard. Ajax making sure all of the angles are cleared, and it will take just a couple of seconds before he realizes the BRO is found, and so is the kill. Down he falls. 7-10. Sinister reached the double digits. And also secure a 3-round difference, no less. A full flash buy will be delivered by XABT. 3, make it 4 AKs, okay. And a Lily R as well. Plenty of utility available in addition to that. Not a lot of smokes though, only 1 onto Bayrons. I wonder how this will be pad out by them. So far, the set piece looks to target the ramp position, and that is the first frag found. Good trade by them. There is another one up close. He does get the frag. It also burns one more to crisp. That is a beautiful job done by him, and we've got to be Bulicious, wrapping all the way around from the outside area. Sinister, they don't yet know where he is, but considering they do have the bomb and considering the fact that Bubulicious is too far away, they will have enough time to readjust and set things up the way they should be. Are watching all of the positions possible. There is no way Bubulicious can knock on the door and play it out in his favor. All of the focus is currently thrown onto him, and that is exactly what I was going to say. The 11th round for Inferus International, they've done it. The one leading the scoreboard on the Inferus side is Dracula with 18 frags. The second line is Bernavi, and we do have Daydreams on the XABT side. The next in line after him is Bayrons. Either way, we do have a fast push by XABT. They've passed somewhat of a challenge, but unfortunately, we do lose one player in the process of this. Don't yet know if Inferus are aware that one player has dropped. Has he? Has he dropped down? Is there anyone down below? Yeah, I don't think there is Bibulicious down there with the Tech 9, but considering how things look at the moment, not looking in the idealist of ways. However, that is 2 pieces of armor for XABT, and also 3 players. It was like that, and now they lose one more, which becomes a very problematic situation for them. They don't know what to do. They don't have a lot of map control. There is only Bubulicious who's going to activate. He was trying to, but now his position was spotted as well, and he will be eliminated by Dracula, meaning 2 more frags in this round, and the 20th frag mark is already secured by him, so he is well ahead of his teammates and well ahead of XABT players. So that's 12th round for Sinister, and I do like the way they've been playing out this half so far, not letting XABT do anything basically. A beautiful positioning of the utility. Root does manage to get down Daydreams right there on top of the silo. Looks like a clean sweep here in the round number 20 as well. How symbolic, right? Dracula got the 20th frag, and that is the 20th round where they get eliminated. I'm talking about XABT right now. Not done yet though. This is not out of the woods yet, as XABT are still having a chance to recover. They do wait for some peaks by Sinister, which has been given right now. Wolfie did make a mistake. Before falling down, he delivers a ding. Bayrons down to 11 HP he went. Ramos finds another frag as well. Ajax, he drops down. That becomes a 2 versus 3. All of a sudden, Root manages to control his spray down to get the frag. Unfortunately, not enough bullets to finish Bubulicious off immediately, although he picks it up with his USPS. Just enough bullets. And I don't think there will be enough HP for Bayrons. He's been spotted as well and about to be hunted down by Bernavi. Oh gosh, that's a terrible situation. He doesn't have any clue where he is, what kind of situation he's in. He's about to be found as well. Easily so. Bernavi connects the dots in favor of Inferus International yet again. Gorgeous job done by them, and look at this. XABT's economy is running heavily low. If they don't get the bomb down and if they lose the round, if all of the players end up eliminated in this one, that will be the 15th for Inferus, 100% so. Plenty of utility thrown out by them. Ajax finds a frag through the wall. Alright. The retort comes in though. Be Delicious has been brought down to 39 HP in the process. Dracola, a bit of a gap right there to work with, but there is his teammate helping him out as well. Bernavi getting a frag from the vent. Far off he stood, but now falls down. Daydreams has a bit of a problem switching his weapons. They're dropping down the vents. That will be heard by Inferus immediately. One guy here on the B-bomb side, and he's been down. Wolfie out of the gates. And another one faces his death as well. Daydreams, beautiful operation with his Galil. And door has been wide open. Daydreams knows where the last player is, and he wraps around exactly the moment he needs. The 8th round, they keep themselves a little bit away from elimination on this map, not letting Inferus esports advance any further, and that is very good news for them. Also dealing a lot of damage to the economy of Inferus International. They haven't been able to pick up a very solid pace right there, and that is very unfortunate indeed. Alright. Some utility exchanged. Ajax dodging the flashbang well enough to secure the frag. And that is one of the biggest advantages of playing on top of the hub, right? And one of the biggest disadvantages of having to lean out on your lonesome to try and find the frag out of the squeaky room. That is very terrible turn of events, unfortunately, for XABT. They will switch the guns. Daydreams will be playing with an AK-47, and Bayron has been given that privilege of the AWP. He falls, and Daydreams, his position is known. Now, the question remains the same. Is this round still on the cards? Definitely is. If Daydreams manages to get over this bottleneck in the form of one player on top, he actually manages to do so. That is incredible, but Ajax is up here waiting for him to walk straight into his crosshair, and that is exactly what's going to happen. The frag is picked up, and so is the round. 14th on the board of Team Inferus, ladies and gentlemen. 23rd round already behind the veil, and it is about to be explored. As we will soon find out who's going to pick up this consecutive one. Either the 15th for Sinister or 9th for XABT. 4 AKs and 1 Deagle. Never mind. The 8 LP falls, and so does the MP9 player as well. Manages to get a frag at least, granting some room to work with for his teammates. Look at this. 2 players are right here. Beautiful transition of crosshair by Root. Does get them all down. And that is a 2v1 still. Clutch situation here for Root. He opens the doors, waits for some peek. But that is not happening at the moment. XABT players are sticking together. And they want to face this last player of Sinister all together. Not disconnected, and that is exactly what they're doing. Daydreams does get the final frag and picks up the 9th, approaching the double digits here on the T side. Sinister unable to convert that, which at first glance looked to be an advantageous situation. They lose it, allowing XABT to pick up the round. And there comes the pause for Inferus. They definitely needed it. They understand that their victory is just 2 rounds away. And yeah, just 2 rounds away. They're also on the city side. Everything is in their hands. So they really need to focus here on the victory. Right now, They are having a very bruised bye, I would say. Bernavi is the one to play with a 5-7. Ajax with an M4. It's been juggled towards Volpid right now. And yeah, a very groggy set of things here for them indeed. But we all know how such groggy purchases can benefit players, can yield the rounds, especially with aiming skills like that. Bernavi getting a frag does get a bit ahead of himself, and unfortunately he loses his life in the process of doing so. Ajax behind them with a CZ-75, not the most ideal weapon perhaps, but it's still good for at least one frag. One more up close, does get it. Ajax, what's going on? 2v4 it becomes. They do have 3 pieces of armor. All of the players are relatively full. In fact, 3 of them having 100 HP. Another one taken down from the top with the help of Bernavi, no less. Drakala slides out and slices through the body of Biro right there inside of the hut. That is the 15th for Sinister. Inferus, if you like calling them that way. Wow. Beautiful job done by them. Immediately out of the smoke, but there's one more. Doesn't read that, unfortunately. And so far, so good for the Inferus roster. They do have a 1-minute advantage here on the board. They do have plenty of weapons and the utility to work with. Unfortunately, Ramos is going to be taken down towards the outside area, and there is only 2 players remaining. Unfortunately, only one as a result of this spray down by Wolfie, and another one seen as well. That looks to be the defeat of XABT here right now. Daydreams tries his damn best to pick up the round, but that's not going to happen. Not the case. 16-9. Inferus International do snatch out this round and the game on Nuke as well. The first map is already in their hands, and it was their peak, mind you, so reasonably enough, this peak belongs to them. I do wonder how this whole matchup will unfold in the upcoming map, which is going to be Inferno. Very curious to see how this one goes. That will be the map pick of XABT. And so far, from what we have witnessed, I do think XABT have a very solid chance of taking that one. If they're prepared well enough, if they have enough shenanigans up their sleeves, then they can piece that one together and bring us to the 3rd map. We'll see if that will be the case in just a couple of moments. For now, we will be going for a short break. Go grab yourself some drinks and get back fresh-minded to witness some new portion of CS.
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On Zubak. Get the cross on the retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, clutching grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he can. QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a 3rd.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hopped. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
Has to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
Oh, Pixel! He'll find one, he'll find two! Right behind him, could he get you in team?
I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds! ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's...
Like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat these niggas like that.
Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. Around it on Zubok. I'm going to get this cross. AWP and a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Weapons hopped. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyena's Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
Let the Molly 10, yeah, to the road, my coupe, in the front of the Benz, yeah, I just chopped the roof, what's inside the
2, right when they needed it most.
Dim on the lights, we get high, high like a kite. Then I'm a swim. Make you spend it like a fidget, yeah.
2, oh, Pixel. He'll find 1, he'll find 2. Right behind him, could've get you in team.
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's
Like I left some back in your bitch, like I left some. I ain't so dead, why are you mad, kid?
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Co's side, really. Like,
and we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan.
Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
I'm trying to be as nice and positive as possible. But Ribbon are just,
this game so far has been the eco rounds. My goodness. I mean, every team is just
here. As one crosses, he gets the kill. It's the demonic.
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it's pre-fired. Oh, Wuchu. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit, now he's going to be making his way over the dark, and around it on Zubok. Get the cross over the retake! Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it!
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs, he could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's just more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the game. Second map called Inferno, and that is Inferus starting off on the T side, and XABT will be continuing their set of things here on the city side. That was exactly the same on the first map of Nuke, I believe. And now we do have a bit of a brawl here on the banana position. Transferred towards middle, I would say. Bernavi coming on through with the USPS. Does get 2 frags. Daydreams manages to respond. And that is a 2v2. That became... that was a very slow start of the round in the beginning. But now it has definitely evolved into something bigger. Ramos behind the corner does get one. And the second connect as well. That is the first pistol round connected in favor of XABT. Will be celebrating that victory, and very good news for them. As of yet, that's a very good beginning for them. Now, that wasn't a bomb plant for Inferus International, so they do need to stick around those clocks only. There will be the full eco round to make sure the third round is possible for the investments, for the full buy, and that is exactly what they need to think about right now. Focus on quality rather than just having some weapons to operate with in this round specifically. Some farm guns for XABT, so they are now able to farm up some cash here and now. Daydreams does pick up one more. That is some additional money to their bank accounts. B-roll will be farming that up, and that is all of the frags belonging to MP9s. Good job by them. That was the main focus, drawn towards those weapons specifically. And that makes their economy rise by quite a significant margin. They will be able to afford a lot of utility here in the upcoming round without losing that much money in the process, so they will have enough cash in terms of, in case of contingencies. And we also have a full buy here for Inferus International. 5 AKs, all laid out across the board. Some utility lineups not going through just yet. Waiting for some call to be made. Perhaps waiting for XABT to empty their pockets in terms of utility. Oh, that's a very chunky nade. Rue down to 40 HP, loses quite a lot in the process. And that hasn't been any engagement just yet. That's just off of the utility. Now, XABT doing this one very slowly, but they need to decide where they're going. This smoke is about to dissipate, and there is still no decision made upon where they should head to eventually. Ramos throws out a molly to secure the ground is yet his, and once it burns itself out, I do think Inferus will eventually decide to execute A. No, that's going to be a a split towards B. Sorry about that. I didn't spot there were two players towards B from the banana position. 2 players tucked up right here. That's that might be a problem, but not anymore. Bibulicious will be taken down from the top route, delivering that frag as well. 10 seconds, that is the only thing they could rely on. Unfortunately, it's been checked, despite the fact there are normally 2 players on the B-bomb side. If we are talking about the city, that is normally the set of things T's expect to see, but they still make it thoroughly checked, make sure no one is there, and they safely plant the bomb down, ensuring the round is theirs. So, very well played by Sinister, Inferus. They've managed to bounce back immediately, only losing 1 round after the pistol round, and they will be very happy about the victory, I bet so. The 4th round kicks in. So does the AWP here for XABT. The first one we see on this map. And that is peering towards the banana position, watching it very rapidly. Making sure no one's even close to bothering their patience right there. What a beautiful flash to assist Wolfie in getting the frag. Unfortunately, being traded. And now it's Daydreams, another frag ensured by him as well. Molly deployed to carry Biro away from the banana position. But that's not going to make things look easier or better in any way here for Sinister. They do have a man disadvantage still. And they need to pick up the frags. They need that difference. They have to spend some time clearing this banana position before they decide to go B. If they do, instead they are slowly but surely really getting back to the A-bomb side. There is one guy lurking inside of the apps waiting for the peek by Daydreams. Unfortunately unable to react. And that is Daydreams himself, ruining the dreams of Sinister in this round, it seems. No one to watch off long for now. Pubulicious. Jiggle picking this one. Has spotted them out. And will be coming from the back. Ramos, Pearly, and Reed upon route in that angle. And Bubulicious will be coming from the back as well. Deconstructing, derailing the entire set piece of Inferus there on the long position. And that will be a solid 2-round lead. Inferus are looking like they're stacking things towards A. XABT are just a couple of inches away from catching those mid players off guard, but I don't think that will be the case. They managed to slip by Ramus. That molly has been extinguished. Daydreams. Don't forget about him. He's on the A-bomb side. He used to be on B in the previous rounds, but this time around, it's A instead. Thanks to that push-up by XABT as well. They've taken the banana control and they ensured it's theirs. And that is one of the most critical map points you've got to fight for, right? Unfortunately, Inferus didn't have enough stamina to fight for that banana control in that round specifically. Now they will barrel forward with that push of the players, which will collapse in a space of a second, all falling down, and 5 players remain alive for XABT. Gosh, That round was so fleeting. I felt like it lasted for maybe 15 seconds or so. Make it 20, but still quite a short time for the round to end. Ramus pushing for brilliant utility usage by XABT. They will lock in that banana control yet again. This time with 3, make it 4 kills towards the second mid as well. Daydreams delivers that one. Very nice usage of this op. And that is the opper they've got to give a lot of credit to. Who has been able to find very crucial frags here on the side of CD. Bernabi manages to find the frag. His position is known. AWP cut off, and one more, unfortunately, he was unaware of. And 6-1, it will be the scoreline with a 5-round lead for XABT. And I do think that is the right time for Inferus International to take the timeout. Great dots in the chat. And that is the kind of performance we're witnessing by Inferus, unfortunately. Dreams opens things up with an AWP shot. Again towards the middle that was. AWP on the brink of survival. Still gets the frag with the help of his teammate. Beautiful job by them of keeping this AWP alive and also letting their economy rise as well. Not losing any players so far. Back turned. Dracola, you shouldn't be doing that. They were trying to juggle things around with the utility. 2 players spotted. I do think that one was spotted out by Bayrons as well after he died. And this will activate the rest of the pack. They are not weighted. Only Wolfie, but he is on the other side of the angle. Ajax getting a frag. Okay. Okay, they still have a chance in this one. 30 seconds remaining. That is enough. Unfortunately, they lose the bomb. The Delicious ruined their plans in this one, and looks like this one is done. Ajax losing his life as well, and that's the 7th round. How many? I haven't counted how many consecutive rounds they've picked up, but that is a hell lot. And yeah, you have mirrored op setup. One for Dracula, one for Daydreams. Slow start in this round for Inferus. Trying to clear all of the angles they can before they commit. Not taking it fast, instead slow is exactly the choice. The AWP has shut down another op, and that will be, I think, a very good loss for XABT, all things considered, right? The loose Bureau is not the opper. That is still a very powerful player left on their side. Talking about Daydreams, he's been phenomenal with that AWP. Unfortunately, he is not facing very good results here in this one. You can see him writing nice shout of the chat. You probably don't, but I do, and that's exactly the testament towards how he's been taken down by Sinister. That is what looks to be the first round for them after that consecutive stream of defeats put up by XABT here against them. And yeah, Bibulicious, well, is wrapping around. He's probably trying to do some exits, that's for sure. Will it be a Dojanade? Dojanade. Let's go. No, it's not going to be the case. He still catches him off and dies in the process. Dies after the bomb explosion. Gosh, Valve, they have increased the range of explosion damage. That is something I don't like at all. You can't you can no longer feel very safe. Like, you can still save in the pit, but you can no longer feel very safe in the pit while saving. You gotta have preferably 100 HP to be able to do so. Also depending on the bomb plant. B-Row does take the first down. They're making sure he hasn't crossed to the other end of the middle. He hasn't. Instead fell back, and that's a wise decision by him. Banana control is neither in the hands of XABT nor in the hands of Inferus. Now looks to switch back to the hands of XABT. It seems they have used a lot of utility. There is Ajax up close. He stands and he's looking for that first victim. The hunter has unleashed himself. And that is exactly the right moment to shine. You've picked up the frag. You've made a retort. Now that's a 4v4 equalized. Unfortunately, the weaponry isn't in the best of the spots. But they do have enough utility to execute these beasts out of the map, I think. Smoke line towards city. Faces death. And goes for the refrag. That is connected. Daydreams with an op. Waits for the rotations by his teammate. It was 2 there. Eventually 1. And now 2 again. The Apex side has been cleared. Bernavi has calculated it very nicely. Pinpoint precision by him. Does get a frag. That's a 3v2. The bomb is planted. And they are all down to the pit. Gosh, that's going to be a very hard task for XABT to flush them out. Very hard indeed. That is the gap, not capitalized by B-Row instead. It's rude to take advantage of it, and that is an immediate call for Daydreams to save his weapon, AWP to be carried into the next round. He won't be hunted down, he won't be reached by Sinister, but that's a hell of a loss for them still. Fortunately, it didn't go in their favor. 7-3. A 4-round difference here for Inferus. And they are yet to break the economy of XABT to feel more or less comfortable in dictating the pace here in the first half. That is still a lot of work done by XABT, I should say. 7 rounds early on is a very good success. Don't stop on that. Oof. What a crisp shot by Bibulicious. Still 2 players left right here. A wallbang connects. Of course it does. Beautifully calculated by Daydreams. Yet again, this guy is very experienced here on Inferno. And that is probably the reason why they picked up this map. Know everything about their enemies. Oh, they don't check. They don't check the balcony guy. That is a very common mistake normally done by players. Luckily, they do get away with a relatively unscathed response. Flashbang deployed as they come into the site looking for the frag. Has not been spotted. Bernavi had a beautiful chance to finish him up, but unfortunately he didn't. B-Row instead to take advantage of that omission. Wolfie getting a frag. Daydream still Looking for his victim. 51 HP left after the engagement. And that is the defuse delivered by him. The 8th round for XABT looking very good as they recover this round. Ooh, that looked to be yeah, it was very hard to decide who's gonna come out on top who's gonna come out on top of that whole thing. Of that round. 2v2, that was a beautiful set of things there for Inferus as well. Despite the fact one player could ruin essentially all of the plans there on the A side. Luckily, he was good only for one. Nevertheless, back to the game. 12th round on the board and a plethora of kills and massacre here on the middle position as they all face their death. Oh my god, Inferus. They've been deconstructed into small bits, into little pieces, and scattered around the mid area. No one was there to pick them up. Software was there to pick them up, actually. Software. Yeah, they picked them up and just brought them to the next round. I think that can count as a somewhat recovery. Right. Things looking still very good here for XABT. Not for too long. Second player falling down like second. Adrian is getting fragged. Lightning fast. Not a good third though. Two players still alive here. You're fighting ourselves in a pretty similar situation, right? This time around it's Root and Ajax play together against these men on the XABT side. That is completely different setup as well. To be more precise, Flashbang's deployed to his team and coming out of the angle. Molly as well to flash out of that the triple guy who is there. Root and Ajax will be getting this flush as they manage to cement themselves with a 4th round here on the table. Good job done by them. Nicely done. It's also T side. If they manage to pick up 5 rounds, 6 would be more desirable, of course, but 5 rounds would be still a pretty good result, all things considered. That is exactly the goal they should aim for, perhaps. Bayron's trying to take advantage of that timing, trying to go forward and get that frag. He does get Bervavi. Ronaldo was waiting for him, but that is Bayron's to appear on top instead. Getting the first frag to his team. What's going to be the response here by Inferus? Pump the brakes. Yep. Good decision, perhaps. Get forward in this round with the cold head. Unfortunately, this frag won't help them cool down at all. That's a 3v5 and make it 2. Okay, they get a retort, but that's not enough to equalize the situation. The angle set up by Bibulicious is also very incredible. And another boost as well by Ramus. What a beautiful setup by them. Reverse boosts, that's something I don't have an answer for countering off. If you're a T player, and if you're coming into a setup like that, I don't think anything can save your butt in that situation. Literally nothing. That's a 100% guarantee for the city success. Yeah. Well done by them. Seems like a fast double push towards the second mid. XABT leave no chance for Inferus right there. They do deal with this player on the B-bomb set, and this may be something they can capitalize on, right? There is nobody right here. All of the attention has been specifically focused for the mid area, for the A side of the map. Oh, goodbye, B-Ro. That's Root up close. And what looked to be an immediate success for XABT for the 11th round has now been turned into a successful response by Inferus International. That is incredible. This one will be thrown to the floor as well. And the 5th round has just been picked up by them. Incredible scenes. Incredible set of things here in this one. That looked to be a collapse. A collapse for Inferus immediately in that round. That's a double man push through the second mid-apps. That set a very nice start for XABT in that round. But unfortunately, it's been taken back. What was that? Hello? How have they done that? Okay, I know the reason. That was the B side of the map completely cracked open. Only one player was right there. And that was also a very good call to immediately understand that there might be not more than one player, if not zero, on the B side of the map. So they instantly grabbed that one in their hands and made it work. Some utility for XABT. They will continue to play on the T side. Sinister switch themselves up to the city route. Down below here in the graveyard area. Bernavi, one of those crisp shots. Good for 2 frags. Ajax as well adds up with the USPS. 3v2 still a very good situation. What are these connections? Ramus loses a couple of HP in the process. Still good enough for the fight. He doesn't have armor though. It's only Bayron's armored. Don't have any utility as well. Good news, there are no kits for Sinister. So if they delay this retake, this might work out in favor of XABT. A frag for Bayros gets another one. What a readjust! He knows Wolfie's not defusing the bomb. Now he does. That's gonna be a too long stick. 10 seconds, in fact. That's not gonna happen. That is the round for XABT. Or hang on a second. Okay, yes, indeed. The round in short. He's gonna go for the save. This looks to be done, guys. 11th round for XABT. Beautiful job done by them. 2 pistol rounds picked up here on this map. Incredible scene by them, indeed. Gosh, that looked to be a perfect retake by Inferus. Didn't see any problems right there, but somehow, someway, Bayrons, he made sure that isn't the case. I mean, the time was the problem, right? Had Wolfie had just 2 more seconds in that situation, I believe he would have had a chance to defuse the bomb. But he didn't even attempt. The music was there and instant realization that it's not going to be possible to defuse it. So that was the round for XABT and short well enough. Okay. Some frags kinetic in favor of Inferus here on the B side of the map. And that's the right call for XABT, I think. They will instantly go back. And Sinister will try to pick up the pace and deny their retake. What's going on? How has it happened? 2 players lost, in addition to those 2 lost in the beginning. That is incredible. Bayrons, he is solo. XABT are about to lose this round. Another ding delivered as well. Inferus soon to pick up this round, soon to pick up this round off of that stack towards the B side of the map. Enough of that ambitious attempt by XABT to try and break that stack right there. Well, that's the bomb planted. The only thing Bayrons can rely on is practically the fact that there is no time left, but he's trying to wrap around. The bomb is planted for him. That might be a brilliant move for sure, but the lack of HP and the lack of position definitely tells some other story in this round. That's an immediate response. Wow, unbelievable. They also have 4 players. That should not have been possible. Such things shouldn't happen in CS, guys. That is sensational. That is absolutely sensational. I've got no words. I'm literally speechless in this one. That is the right time to take out a pause and cool down a little bit. process what has just happened, because such rounds are definitely worth a lot. Yeah, XABT might be feeling very bad about that one. Beyrons was left to clutch it out just like on the pistol round, but that was a hell of a task to do that. Another one. Seems like there will be another pause this time around for XABT. No one needs to leave his sit for the moment. All right. Never mind, we're back out of the game. 3 players walking around the middle. The rest of the pack is to watch out banana. Dracula here defended off with his teammate. Beautiful set of things by them. And they are denying the attempts of XABT to fall the same they did. Not letting them knock on the door of their revenge. Delicious gets a frag before he falls. Bernavi, unlucky you. And it looks like this will be the final couple of seconds before we see XABT lose this round. Ajax getting one more onto Beyrons. And I start feeling a bit nervous about this one. I really start thinking that XABT can lose it. With the amount of pace, with the style of pacing Inferus International has already picked up. That is very, very interesting to see how this one pads out. So far, I don't see any problems that Inferus should face in this round specifically. That should be the 8th round for them. To make themselves just 3 rounds away from equalizing the scoreline. Vero trying to rely on some luck there by jumping over the wall. Not gonna connect. Navi reads that peak well, very well. Also looks through that little gap to ensure no headshot will be delivered in reverse. Oof. Deagle shots taken. But no significant impact by them. A push up by Dwarkali does deal a ton of damage onto Daydreams, but unable to finish him off. Okay, they do have the wheel in the hands of Bubulicious. A ding onto Roots. He and his teammate are here on the A-bomb side. Well, it should be still good enough for the frags for the denial. That's exactly what's going to happen. The last player is lurking himself in the apps area. And it's just a matter of time before this round decides in favor of Inferus International. Great job. Getting back in the game. This comeback is hell of possible, ladies and gentlemen. Don't count them out yet. That is the map pick of XABT, so they are expected to pick this one up. They have a 3-round advantage, but they are playing on the T side this time. It is no longer that big advantage of CD they can rely on. I mean, even mentally, right? Even mentally, you expect the CDs to be much more advantages at the end of the day. Nevertheless, we do have a very solid response here by XABT. They've just proven my words the opposite. Bernavi falling down and dying on his lonesome without anyone helping him in that quest. That was a bit unexpected, but at least he didn't give the frag to the enemies. He didn't feed them with himself. So yeah. That was a bit funny indeed. Alrighty. The gap expands. It doesn't shrink. It expands up to 4 rounds instead. Good peek by Inferus. Dracula does get B-Roar down with an AWP. Catching him off fully blind. And that's a 4v5 immediately. XABTF slowed their pace down, and they do not know how this whole round is going to look like in just a couple of moments. It seems like they are about to stack things up towards apps and about to execute A without any flashbacks. I like it. I like it very much. That element of surprise they relied on, and it works itself out. In the meantime, Root is still here on the A-bomb side fighting with Bayrons. Does get him down to 10 HP, but he's still alive. That's a 2v2. How many 2v2s have we had so far? I've counted 3 at the very least. And well, that is exactly the third. Exactly the third we are witnessing right now at the moment. Bayrons was hoping for that pick. As mentioned, 10 HP left. Gotta rely on the headshot angle. Here does get the first, and that is the only player alive. Bayrons, as mentioned, heavily low. He's gonna be pinned here from 2 of the sides. The only problem, they don't know his position. That is something he can play off of. Does get the first, but unfortunately the tips of his legs will reveal his position and allow Volpid to get that frag. He does get the kit, so he can spend as much time as he likes searching for some additional upgrades or utility scoop ups. That will be the 9th round for Inferus, and they still hang around. So they keep their heads above the water. Back into the game after the pause taken by XABT. Need to devise a solution for this long-term inaction in terms of picking up those rounds. And it seems like they have found it. Okay, it's been given to them, in fact. Inferus lose 1 player in the process. And there's the Ob to recall getting the frag. Beautiful job. Oh my god. He lags him. And that is not enough for the man advantage here for them, or at least for the equalizer. Navi having a very good position. He's in the prime spot, and he's still alive. He's that bottleneck, allowing the rest of the pack to reconnect, to rotate over. 1 more spot at the Wards Boiler. He doesn't get the frag, but there's Bayrons on top. Does connect. The bomb will be relocating itself back to the B-bomb site. And that is the right choice to be made by him. Bernavi, he doesn't know yet where they are. He doesn't know what has happened in these consecutive couple of seconds. Essentially, he doesn't know where that guy is. Okay, now he has rotated, but he is still deep in the pit. Only now activates. And there are no kits available as well. That's so unfortunate for him. The bomb is planted for the banana position. They know he's not coming middle. They know he's more likely B or saving. B we know is the side of the map he will be targeting from city, and so do XABT. I don't think this can be won out by him. He just has to save. That's it. Nothing else left. That boom meant 13th round for XABT, by the way. Drakala taking that utility damage. Trying to find the early peak right there. That is the only significant weapon they can work with. How is this happening again? That USPS shot connects. That was double stuck. And I do think he only spotted one player towards it. So that is a brilliant position. Drakala getting another frag as well. All of a sudden this turns into a 5v3. Started with the USPS, continues with the op. They know where the op is. They know that it's potentially op plus USPS stack. Drakala. Another shot connected with an 8 OP. This guy hasn't cooled down yet. A beautiful set of things here for